we've got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Gators will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Miami's offense will have the football first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Ron.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You've got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brooks. Quickly complete. A pickup of 8 now to convert his 3rd and 2.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Zings it complete to the right. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. On the option. Touchdown, Canes! Great job by the back on the option.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators offense will go to work for the first time today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Great job at contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Brooks. Flushed out of the pocket. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he
breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. That gives him 54 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Canes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. They're working that left side. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Touchdown, Hurricane! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I think this coaching staff is jacked up to get this offense firing so fast early in the season, on point. A lot of times it takes time to build the rhythm. It takes time to get it rolling. This offense starting the season off with a bang.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
That pass is incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Back to throw, it's Seagal. Unloads to the right. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Looking to throw again. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. And the Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Going to sling it on second down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. The Gators are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Short gain on the completion. Good footwork. Gets him the first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Classic pressure coming from the defense's right side, and they get the quarterback to the turf.
And that's what those defensive ends in a 4-3 do. Those guys know how to get after the quarterback, play on an edge. Nice job rushing the passer, getting off the football, and getting to the QB and getting him on the ground.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Complete in the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Runs through the tackle. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Dropping back, it's Brooks. Oh, they're after him. Got a man, it's Terry. Oh, he's got some space. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
The Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback on the keeper. Creates a little space. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Nice move there. He's up to 94 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying play action. Fires deep toward the end zone. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. It's caught. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Siegel. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They kick it away on fourth down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big one.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Firing to the right, complete. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Catch inside the 25. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Brooks. Under fire. Finds his back in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead's extended a little further. The Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. There he goes. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They run the reverse. Running into the open space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense picking up steam. First and 10 from the 31. The give to the lone running back. Cobb sliding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Dropping back, it's Seagal. Looking down the middle. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Turns it on in midfield. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. The Hurricanes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. And the Hurricanes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
1st down, 10 yards to go.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those lines.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. The pull and throw off the RPO. Bust through behind his pad. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Siegel. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Gives it on the option. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Brooks. Quick completion on the out route. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Going for the marker on the ground. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can hide.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Dude, let's go. I'm going to sit. This game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now, and they just got to make more plays.
Back to throw, it's Brooks. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rush is on him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
The throw to the outside is complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now.
Turning it on. Just steamrolling the defense. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And he finally breaks when they get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Brooks. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Canes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Back open in the middle. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Seagal. Got his man on the right. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. Got the big tight end on the corner route. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marked it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Got to get everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown Gators. And the comeback is on.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground.
Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw, it's Brooks. Pocket breaking down. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one. Completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position to win this game.
Working that left side. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. This to tie things up in the final minute. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that's a frustrating miss. The offense does their job, man. Gets them in position, tried to score a touchdown, tried to go get the win, but trying to tie it up in the last second, got him in range, and the kicker, he just missed it. He missed the opportunity, and this one's over.
The gift to the tailback. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Brooks. Bringing the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals.